that the fish was home when you left.
You're right.
And that's the reason you left.
You're right.
I left my home.
I left my home
To join the army.
to join the army.
Let's get down to business. What's up, weirdos? It has been far too long. Far too long. I've missed you. I shouldn't say that. That sounds creepy. Have you missed me? I guess we'll see. It works. I know. We've got audio. We've got lighting. We've got background lighting. We got the mustache, and mustache is back. It was gone for a little while, but since I left for training, I figured I'd grow it back out because what's the point of having a gosh dang deployment stash? Or what's the point of going on deployment if you don't have a deployment stash, right? People are already talking shit. AC goes on mute in 3, 2, 1. Not today, baby. Not today. Today we're staying strong. Army strong. We're going to be all we can be without beating the crap out of loved ones or people that we're dating. Like that guy that did the Army commercials now. Look at you all blowing up the live stream. Saying things, using words. I like it. Motivates me. Let's start talking about some stuff, right? What are we going to talk about today? Well, if you want to talk about things with me, you got to let me know. And every day before I live stream, I always go on Instagrams. I go on the Instagrizzles on my phone. I ask you guys questions. Hey, what should we talk about today? And then I scroll through. You're fantastic. It's sometimes ridiculous and wrong and bad. Some of them are just bad ideas of what we're going to talk about today in the military sphere of the world that's going on. While I was away on training, an interesting thing happened in Russia. I don't know. Everybody talked it to death already with the Wagner group coming in, going through Russia like it was no big deal, like it was Swiss cheese, like it was France during World War II, just going right through 100+ miles away from Moscow. And just started knocking on the door to let Vladimir Putin know that, well, the head of Wagner was not pleased. And I can't say their names. They're also Russian. Khrushchev, Plochnik. It sounds like you're gargling with marbles. You try to say some of these Russian names. I'm no good at it. It's always an ooze check. Nick Svolgin. Blat. Stuff like that. So, yeah, these Russians. The Wagner group decides that it's getting its teeth kicked in. Now, there's a lot of theories that go on in the Wagner group, and that's what I kind of wanted to talk about with the Wagner group. There's a lot of theories that are going on here, right? They're saying when Wagner went into Russia, that it was like a bluff, right? It was strategically planned for Wagner to go in there, make it seem like some big coup was happening just so they can move troops around, right? So then Russia and Wagner could move troops around, confuse the enemy for them, which is Ukraine, and then restructure, right? I don't know if that's exactly what's going on now, because there's now rumor going on that this was a legitimate coup attempt, right? This is theory number 2, that this was a legit coup attempt. And the guy that runs Wagner Group was getting all ready, just trying to plan everything out just perfectly so he could go waltz into Russia, take it over, see if the people would greet him with open arms and overthrow Vladimir Putin and get some of these autocrats out of there. Well, unfortunately, that didn't work for him, so he decided to back out. But there's a third one, and this is my theory. And I don't know how well it's going on now because Vladimir Putin... there's like unofficial reports saying that there's like an assassination bolo out for this guy. Like, be on the lookout for head of Wagner. We're going to murk him. And he's out in Belarus now in some sort of autonomy, some sort of autonomous zone where he's not going to get capped, but he's not going to talk anymore. And the Russians won't go shoot him in the back of the head. Now, I can't make any promises about that. I'm sure Vladimir Putin will poison him eventually. That's his favorite thing to do, is to poison people. But the third option that I was thinking of is, what if this guy that grew up with Vladimir Putin, and I don't know, not like from a child's aspect, but like came in, was the cook, did all this stuff. Vladimir Putin trained him and assisted him and then gave him Wagner, basically, or he started Wagner, or either way, Wagner Group started it, Putin supported it, and he's been doing Putin's bidding for a while being a free thinker. What if the only way that the guy in Wagner Group could show Vladimir Putin that his generals and everybody around him was so much trash that he had to actually go and take over a town near Moscow, grab the local generals that were there, basically hold them hostage and call them dummies and pansies and liars, just so then Vladimir Putin could see how severe the situation was. That's my theory. I don't know if it's going to work out. It's my theory, right? I don't have much to back this up other than, just the multitude of Instagram and social media accounts that I follow that are tracking the war currently. And because of all of those things, I've put that together as a possibility. How are you going to tell that your friend who's been loyal to you the entire time isn't going nuts and trying to do a coup? How do you tell your friend that you've known for a long time hasn't gotten completely overtaken by the people that surround him in his cabinet? A whole bunch of yes men. How do you know? You don't. So you do something desperate, like take over a town. Show them that you're there peacefully, that you're not going to shoot anybody down. Although he did shoot down a couple helicopters and killed like 18 Russian airmen. So, that says that you're serious, right? You're willing to shoot down your own countrymen. So, leaning a little bit more towards the trial run for a coup and then failed, but he had a backup of saying, hey, this was just to prove to you that shit was wrong and people weren't talking to you. Hey, it could be a little bit of both, right? And maybe it's not as simple as we think. War never is. Dax says that, remember, it's not a war crime if there's no military left to judge you. I'm not going to say Dr. Coomer. I said it. I thought, was it my other favorite saying that I've seen? I kind of want to make a t-shirt of it. I think it's, I don't want to say that the fat electrician came up with it, although it would not surprise me if he did, because I thought I heard it before, but he's got a great shirt I'd like to add to that. And that's, it's not a war crime the first time. You got to set a precedence. Set it in that way. Or don't. It's whatever your heart desires, war crime speaking. Let's just not do them. Did you know that back in World War I, the Germans didn't like shotguns? And so they thought that shotguns were unfair. And they told the Americans, you can't use shotguns. That's a violation of the Geneva Conventions. You can't use shotguns in war. And the Americans just looked at them and said, go kill yourself, Go shove it up your freaking butt. And just started rocking trench guns and just blasting Jerry's out of the trenches that they were dug into. Oh, man. There's a really good... Let's see if I can't find it. There's a really funny video of a U.S. soldier. It's a cartoon with a trench gun sneaking up on a German. And it's absolutely hysterical. Let's see if I can't find it for everybody. Cartoon of World War I Americans using a shotgun. Oh, Bing. It's on Bing. I gotta change that to You know what I should do is I should look on TikTok, because it's definitely on TikTok, right? I don't want to look for that way. Don't get out of here. Don't you tell me how to do things. Ugh, stupid. Let's see if we can. We gotta find it. Where is it? Who posted it? Somebody in the chat, tell me who posted that fantastic cartoon of the Jerry and the American, and the Jerry's just chilling in the trenches, and it's like some 17-year-old American with a war crime stick. Wagner is Wagner. Dude, it's good. It's Wagner, man. I'm American. I'm going to say it, the W, like a blah, blah. I'm not German. I don't, V's. W and V are swapped for the German language, in case you didn't know that. Videos. Let's see if we can't. TikTok. Maybe we'll just go, let's go Google. Google's better. And I'm getting like info stuff, but I'm not getting the stuff that I want. Bummerooski. I wish I saved it. No, Frosty Dog, that's not a Philips Hue thing. It's a cheap Chinese knockoff, I'm sure. Got it. Here we go. Let's see. Let's bring it up. Let's do the split screen, baby. Yeah. Here we go. A German soldier resting after a charge. An unsupervised 19-year-old with a war crime stick. Get ready, Jerry. It's coming. We're watching it again just because it's this is so good. The Germans were so upset over shotguns. We were gassing each other in World War I. Who knew war could be so horrible? Oh, just the look in his red eyes through the gas mask, just knowing that he's about to steal a soul. Gets you every time. Gets you every time. Thanks for showing up to the live stream, Jared. Oh. Well, yeah, Russia. Insane. Absolutely insane. That whole Wagner thing. And then they pulled, a day later, I was excited. I'm sitting there in military training. I got my phone. I'm glued to it after class. I'm like, yo, Wagner, whatever. So sue me. Is just took over a town, and everybody's letting them in. And then Russia's saying, hey, we got this super cool plan called Fortress. We're going to start playing Fortress, which is when all the comps and the National Guard start putting up barriers and digging trenches, start doing a whole bunch of other stuff to make sure that they couldn't get into Moscow. And then within 24 hours, 48 hours, it was less than 48 hours, Wagner just wham, just out of there. We're going to turn around now. We don't need to shed any more Russian blood. We don't want that to happen. You're our comrades, etc. Let bygones be bygones. We'll see. And now, I don't even know where the Wagner Group guys are going. It's like off the news now. I'm waiting for something to pop off. I'm waiting for something to happen so we start learning about what the dealio is. I mean, who doesn't want to know? If it was a coup, that man's dead. If it was a legitimate, I don't like what's going on here, coup, that man's dead. He's absolutely toast. He's absolutely toast. Vladimir's going to take care of him with a freaking cyanide capsule. Let's look at this. The 24th is the most recent one. We're going for news. A week ago, 2 weeks ago. It says rebellion, but it doesn't say anything else about it. A week ago, we got nothing. We've got nothing. 1 week goes by after a dude takes over a Russian city in the middle of a war, and we've got nothing after a week? Come on, news. Man. I tell you what, that's why I love Telegram. I get more news from Telegram. I mean, I have to verify it. I don't take it at face value, or I do take it at face value. I take it at face value, then I try to verify what's going on with other accounts, and then I look at trusted news sources, you know, legacy media stuff. As much as I dislike the current nonsensical cable news channels that are 24/7 nonsense, I still need them for validation. Like they need to stay around because there's no other way to validate a story is legitimate or not unless you're there live streaming it. And even then, people say stupid shit. You ever see a Cops episode or some stupid Facebook posting of a dumb broad screaming that the police just hit my boyfriend for no reason, when in actuality, like a week later, they get a body cam out and the guy's like shooting at children from a car and then he runs from the police. So even live streaming stuff, I can't even buy into. I can't buy into it. I got to be careful. Got to be careful. If it's not life or death, I wait a day and I just try to figure out what's going on, which is a little bit of a bummer because sometimes I want to hit stories hard and fast, but I always try to wait a day. Have I checked DNN? Oh, DNN should do. Let me tell you something. DNN was going to do a story on it, but DNN didn't have a gosh dang green screen in training. If only, Chris. If only. What's up, my Australian kangaroo friend? I had a very good 4th of July. Lots of fireworks. Couple adult beverages and some sausage. Who doesn't love some sausage? Right, Hemlock, better safe than sorry. I'm with you. I'm not going to make a video on some person doing something stupid and then you find out down the road that what they did was actually heroic. Or vice versa. I mean, I've got no problem making a retraction video and saying, hey, listen, I was wrong on this. This person's good, or this person's trash, or the thing that I said it was completely untrue. So that whole video is nonsense. Luckily, I haven't had to do any of those. I'm pretty good at covering my own ass. Wagner's going to become the Russian version of Big Boss from Metal Gear Solid and create a nation of soldiers. Are you going to join? I won't. Not this one. None of your business. Asks, would I? I get this. I'll answer this question. I get this question all the time. Like, I'll get people that'll say, AC, do I join the military now? It doesn't matter when. AC, which branch do I join? It depends on what you want to do. Stop asking me, an internet stranger, right? Would you tell your children to make life-altering decisions based on a stranger from the internet's advice? Or would you look into something a little bit more, right? I hate saying do your own research, but look into something. Educate yourself on it, and then make the best educated decision that you want. But you're asking if you should join the Marines or the Army. I like the Army. I love Marines, but I love not being Marine a lot more. That answers your question. It's to each their own, but I made a video the other day on the Blue Falcon, and the Marines are the most backbiting, cut off their nose to spite their face group in the entire branch I've ever seen. It's so few people, and there's so few opportunities to move up in rank that you get so many nasty individuals. Not saying that everybody in the Marines is backbiting and nasty and mean. I'm just saying that they're more prevalent. I'm not even going to say that they're 10%. I'll say that they're 2%, right? But all the other branches are like 0.5. There's 0.5% intentional a-holes in all the other branches. And then you got like 3% in the Marines. So like quadruple, septuple the amount of a-holes that will step on your neck to try and get over you. Which is unfortunate because they are a fantastic branch. Thanks, go on. Marines. Yeah, Wagner's gone. Into the sky! Ugh. Let's get to another story. Did you know? Follow me here. Did you know that there are DFAC workers, military donning facility, DFAC, D-F-A-C, DFAC, donning facility workers that are going on strike because they haven't been paid in a month. A month! Oh! just walking out of defect. I'd walk out of the defect too. I'd be like, nope, not going to do it. Not going to do it. Let's check this video out here from Terminal CWO. By the way, if you want to stay up to date on all the fantastic happenings in the military, there are several accounts that I would love for you to follow. One of them is this one right here. That's Terminal CWO. He is basically Project Veritas for the United States military. Mainly Army, but I'll say entire United States military. And then the other one is Not in Regs. He's on Instagram, and also we're going to look over one of his videos. Oh, man. I'm not saying anything. I'm just saying that that's happening. Maybe we'll watch it later. Should we watch it now? We'll watch it later. We'll go to we'll do the defect first, then we'll save the transgender major in the Army for later on. What do you think? I'm not saying anything. I'm just saying that that's a video and that is a transgender major and that there's some thoughts that people have. It's a controversial subject, so whatever. But let's check out these defect workers.
No pay, no work. No pay, no work.
Damn. No work. No pay. No work.
No pay, no work. No pay, no work.
What's Terminal CWO say? He says this is a video of the dining facility defect workers on Fort Knox striking and refusing to work because they haven't been paid for a month. Naturally dropped the bomb contract with those in training with TSD, including Cadre, are drawing MREs. Listen here, gang. Beans and bullets, the two B's. You got to make sure your troops are fed and they got the right equipment, and that's it. Training will take care of itself. I can run somebody in the middle of the woods and with sticks and stones and crap, but just I'll do it. I don't need much. Drill sergeants don't need much. We'll get the job done with sticks and twigs and Gatorade bottles that will pretend are grenades. We'll do it. We'll get it done. But if you don't get us chow, oh, my God. Who messed that up? A month? A month that these people aren't getting paid for? That's one of my, it's like a little bitch that I have with the military, right? You'll go, we'll do after action reviews. We'll do end of course critiques. These are all things, if you don't know what they are, these are all events that are held after training or after a mass event. And all it is a sit down, or sometimes it's a face-to-face, or it's a written down actual document that people look at and say, hey, what are some sustains? What are some good things that we did here that you want to see us continue to do? So we know, hey, thumbs up. What are some improves? What are some things that you want us to do that would make this upcoming training or this event or whatever thing that we did better, right? And you would think, wow, it's a great thing, Army. And it is on a low level. Platoons, companies, battalion training events, you get a good group of NCOs and people training say, hey, listen, maybe you could do this next time. Maybe you need a whiteboard that next time. I wish you had a sand diagram here. Or, hey, I have some additional pieces of information that could assist you. Here they are. Use them next time. There's great stuff on a low level. But when you start getting bigger, you know, like a dining facility where there's a lot of moving parts and stuff, and you say, hey, how can we fix this? I just feel like it gets ignored. I'll even say I feel like it gets ignored in training environments when you go to, well, like where I was in ALC just the other day. When I go to a class that's supposed to be a leadership development school, and you say, hey, listen, this thing was kind of jacked up. Good training, great training overall, not pissing on the training. Just saying, if you're asking me for some improves, hey, here's a couple improves that were irritating and lame. I think they'd be an easy fix. And what ends up happening after that, I've noticed, I see, is that it takes like so long. It takes like 5 or 6 classes for somebody high up enough to make the change happen. Say, oh man, 80, we put through 8 classes, almost, several hundreds, if not thousands of people, depending on the training. Maybe we should change the thing that they're bitching about. But they don't. They take too long to do it. And then by that time, they're like, you know what? I got 6 months until I'm out of here. I'm just an officer here for 2 years, and then I get to move on to my next thing. I'm not going to fix it. And they're gone. Oh, it's so frustrating. You go to places and then you get done with the training, and then 2 months go by and one of your battle buddies from your unit goes to that same training. He has to take that training too. And you call him up, you see how he's doing. Hey man, does anything suck over there? Oh yeah, this specific thing sucks. And you go, wait a second. When I graduated 2 months ago from that training and they asked us what to fix, and the entire class, the entire group in the training event said, yo, this one thing was so bad, everybody is in agreement, it needs to be fixed. You didn't fix it? Your buddy 2 months in advance is saying, yeah, no, those things that you all bitched about, you all agreed upon, they didn't change. They're still doing those things, and everybody here hates them. Oh. The other thing I hate with training events is don't make me the sacrificial lamb. I hate that shit. Don't use my class, my group of people to try and better the future by intentionally making my group suck, right? Don't say, hey man, you're in the army, things gotta suck sometimes, so this is one of those times where it's just gonna have to suck for you, so then we can change something in the future, because we need you to bitch about this before we change it. How about you just change it? How about we just act like NCOs and treat everybody with the amount of respect that the rank deserves? And you just fix the thing without having to screw over some Joes. Imagine that. Thanks, KB. You're a doll. Remember, son, yeah. That $5 DAC and remember, it's not a war crime if there's no military left to judge you. It was just sitting up there. Must have gave a super $5. So now, with all that pissing and moaning, brings us to the dining facility people. Don't mess with people that make your food, man. And look at that. Now you've got entire groups of soldiers that are screwed. They got no food. So now you got to eat MREs. Listen, MREs in a pinch. I get it. Hey, man, you can't let us starve. You can't make us order Domino's out. You got to take care of the Joes. I get it, man. I get it. You got to get the MREs out because we got to fix the solution. We got to find a solution to the problem. But how long are they going to be sucking down MREs? You're going to have some trouble with the plumbing. I guarantee a week, probably a week. It's probably going to be a week before those payments get fixed. Those people aren't going to get paid right away. Do you know how long it takes the Army to fix pay issues? I know a guy that's got he's waiting on $5,000 since 2012. That's not a joke. Not a joke. Got a guy I met, he's out of Puerto Rico. $5,000 the Army owes him. And he keeps resubmitting it because they keep approving it. He's like, hey, you owe me $5,000. And the Army says, yes, you're absolutely right. We do from 2010. And then they just don't pay him for it. They just don't pay him for it. And he goes, okay, cool. I'm resubmitting it because you approved it. Here it is again. They're like, oh, yeah, wow, geez, yeah, we didn't pay this out. Okay, cool, thanks. And then they do nothing again for 10 years. So I can only imagine how screwed over these poor dining facility workers are. God bless them. And you want to make it political, those all look like people of color. Come on, Army. I thought we were supposed to be a large, inclusive environment. Civilians and military members working together to make the best fighting force America's ever seen. And it looks like you're being a little bit racist by not paying those people. Looks a little racist. Gee whiz. Gee whiz. Is it coincidence that the entire dining facility staff is African American and that you're not paying them? That's pretty racist. That's rude. NAACP, where are you at? Right, NAACP? Are they the ones that do? I think it's the NAACP. So I think so. Yes, I think that's the correct one. Somebody's going to get paid. I would bring that up. You want to get this thing solved fast? Throw the race card in there. Every single one of those fine people that are working that haven't gotten paid in a month. I'd be like, you know what? I don't think you like black people, Army. I think you're taking advantage of us, specifically because of our skin. Watch how fast it gets solved then. Do it, gang. Do it. Whatever you got to do to make the government work a little bit faster for you. Trust me, we're all tired. We want to see you win. We want to see you get paid. Everybody at that post wants to see those people get paid. I'm telling you right now. MREs for a month? Ugh. Could you imagine? You're breaking pipes with brick turds. Or the opposite way around, where it just cuts right through you. Dude, MREs are one way or the other. You don't get normal turds with those things. And an MRE is supposed to have like an entire day's worth of calories, if I'm not mistaken. It's like 3,000 calories, almost 4,000 calories. It floats between that, if I'm not mistaken. I think 3,500 is like the average. If you put them all together, then divided, got the mean. Wadarito, he says the company commander has been getting missed meal vouchers approved and paid with the Joes as the point of contact on the memo. Listen, I'm glad that we have officers that can take charge and start doing the right thing, especially when it comes to pay. That's awesome. That's the only bad thing about that. It's a very good question, or a very good statement, right? So they're getting meal vouchers approved. The only issue that I see with that, okay, is that dining facilities, because it's with the government funds, and they get mass amounts of food, it's very cheap. So I'm not saying it's bad food, although I am saying that some dining facilities are trash. I'm not saying that all dining facilities are trash. I'm saying that it's cheap food, as in less expensive because of the volume and because of who's buying it. So breakfast is like $4, lunch is like $6.50, almost $7, and then dinner's like $5.50. It's something like that. It's an average, so it's like $15 a day is what a troop is allotted for dining facility chow. So yeah, cool, meal vouchers, great. You're getting them meal vouchers. But if they're having to go out and eat on the economy, meaning the town, hitting some Burger King up or some nice salad joint if they're eating healthy, it's more than $15 a day. Especially, oh my God, with the way food's going up, it's so freaking expensive to get food. You could go to a freaking shopping mall and get a loaf of bread and a bunch of sandwich meat, and it would still cost you more than $15 just to make a massive sub for you and a couple of the guys. I hope they're pooling their money and like go to a CC's or some old country buffet or Golden Corral. I don't know if I stated my upset opinion enough with the vouchers. Glad that it's happening. Good move. But because military meals are so cheap, the vouchers might mean jack diddly. At least it'll be something. Whereas if the voucher is $15 a day, this is what I'm trying to say. If the voucher is $15 a day that you get a lot for meal allotments, $15 a day. But you're going and spending, let's say, $40 a day on food. How is it's not covering it? It's not going to cover $15 doesn't cover 40. Now after a week of at least you're getting some money back, but it's not all of it that it takes to feed a young growing man. I'll tell you right now, I can eat $15. I could snort $15 worth of food. I could crush it up like a lime and just there goes sushi, done, gone. $15 can't get you one roll of sushi. You can get one roll of sushi after taxes on $15. Oh. By the way, if you're one of those Joes and you're having to buy food while you're on orders, save the receipts or at least print out make sure it's on a credit card and save those expenses, put them in like a little envelope and bring them up for the end of the year for taxes because you can claim that on your taxes. That's ridiculous. I'm stuck on the $15. Like I know I'm praying that the vouchers actually cover food and it's not like the military defect allotment because that's garbage. That's not. It's enough for a Happy Meal. It's enough for a Happy Meal. Thanks, Joe. Defect workers. I can hardly believe it. Ridiculous. Not paying the workers. I hope they get their money. I know they will. It's just going to take time. I don't know where somebody fumbled the ball on that. Fix it. You want to piss everybody off on a post? Mess with their food. Oh. Chad, I got a question for everybody in there. Where is the worst dining facility food you've ever eaten? Give me the best and the worst. The best post that you've had dining facility food. The best dining facility food. Which post has it? And which is the worst? Let me tell you, Bragg was pretty good. Bragg was pretty good. Salad bar was on point. The entrees were usually pretty good. Air Force posts always have the best food. I mean, that's like cheating. I'm thinking like Army. Worst camp, Ashland, Nebraska. Nellis is good. Worst, Fort Campbell. Really? Ooh. Best, Patrick Air Force Base. Worst, Camp Net, Connecticut. Ooh, if it's a camp, you know that's garbage. Pope? Pope was the worst? No, I've been to Pope. It's not the worst. Oh, best was Pope. Yes. Best I think for me was probably Pope Air Force Base. Yes. And the worst was Leonardwood. I don't know. I've had really good dining at the 32nd and 35th Engineer Battalions. Their dining facility was on point. I had no issue. Fort Drum Infantry DFAC sucked, but the Fort Drum MP DFAC was sweet. Isn't it funny how sometimes the same post can have two completely different dining facilities and they just suck? Dude, Camp Adder in Iraq. I was there, Wall. Look at you. Who knew? We're battle buddies. Dude, Camp Adder in Iraq had a really good dining facility. It was good because it was an Air Force post. It was Air Force and Army. If you've got an airstrip on a post overseas, you're eating good. Like that's it. Oh, of course the camera dies. This fucking thing. I bet you it's too hot again. Giving me that stupid signal of me. It's 5 degrees too warm. There we go. Oh my gosh, yes. That's so perfect that you said Cobb Adder. I can't, man, it's been a minute since PTSD kicked in, but I had PTSD there for a second. Woo! Cobb Adder. So good. I was in Kirkuk my first tour. Kirkuk was another Air Force post, mixed branch, Air Force and Army. They had real good food. But that was 15 years ago. I barely remember that. Cobb Adder was only 10. So I do remember that. No, that was 12, 13. Jesus, I'm old. Oh. Yeah, Air Force doesn't play when it comes to food. Air Force doesn't play when it comes to food. Meat Puppet, what are you saying about food? You're saying as a trucker, eating out all the time is really expensive. Fort Leonard Wood was average. 1, don't mess with the people who make your food. 2, don't shoot at Doc. And 3, always double tap. Yeah, number 1 is don't mess with the food. Of course. Gosh, I got to figure out a way to get these stupid Sony cameras to stop overheating, because it's definitely what it is. You know what I need to do is I think I just need to use the battery power. Maybe that's what I need to do. Just use battery power. Or get a better air conditioner in this house so that it doesn't overheat. Well, you know what? It's our first one back. I've been gabbing for 40 minutes. My camera's dying. Other than that, everything is smooth. I got to figure out a way. I got to fix that. But you know what? This was a pretty eventful chat that we had today, gang. Bunch of weirdos. I tell you what, for your moment of zen, before I sign off.
Hi, I'm Major Rachel Jones, and what Pride means to me is celebrating that diversity is our strength as a nation and as an army. Pride means something very special to me as a LGBTQ individual, and it's a chance to show everyone what we have to offer in terms of the diverse skill sets that we bring, and the diverse ways of thinking we bring into the team to make everything work better.
Cool.
Hi, I'm Major Rachel Jones.
Oh, it's back
and
again.
What Pride means to me is
Major Jones.
Celebrating that diversity
You
is our
have
strength
become
as a nation and as an army.
Quite the hot
Pride
topic
means something very special to me as
in
a
recent
LGBTQ
days.
individual, and it's a chance to show everyone what we have to offer in terms of the diverse skill sets that we bring
Yeah.
and the diverse ways of thinking we bring into the team to make everything work better.
Awesome. Positive message. Positive message from Major Jones. I'm not saying anything mean. I'm letting Major Jones say the things that Major Jones said that the Army posted. That's it. I have nothing bad to say. Camp Adder was great. 2 different deployments there. That's awesome. You went twice? Twice to Adder? Really? Interesting. Oh my God. I didn't say this. The chat did. Chris said, so much pride, so little PT. Chris, I don't know. I don't know if that's accurate. By the way, speaking of PT, new video this week. It's going to be talking about PT and how the ACFT may be going away for the old school push-up, sit-ups, 2-mile run. I don't know if the major, what she's getting on her PT tests, but I don't know if she thinks that if she prefers one over the other. Sure, that'd be interesting to know. Well, I'm going to finagle with this camera one more time, and then I'm going to sign off. But listen up, weirdos. I want to let you know something. There is... Let's see. We got new merch. At the angry... Oh, I put in the wrong one. The fucking news articles of me popping up. Oh, man. Oldies and goodies. Good times. Angry Ops. I mean, that's a good website if I didn't... Somebody's going to buy it now. Anywho. We got new merch. We got Ain't No Snitching t-shirts in honor of that Marine who told on all of his buddies and then got a promotion and an award out of it. Because you know what? Sometimes you just got to strangle. Zoom in you. Sometimes you got to take out that Blue Falcon. Right? Ain't no snitching. Ain't got no time. Ain't nobody got no time for that. No time for Blue Falcons. No buddy fuckers. No snitching here. So we've got that. We got the Blue Falcon shirt. We also have, I know it's in the middle of summer. It took forever for the orders to come in. I was waiting to surprise everybody. But we got whoobies. We got the whoobies. Oh, and it's not just old school BDU, which I freaking love. I love the old school BDU. We got the normal multicam. Look at that stuff. Normal multicam. And Tiger Stripes. Oh, we got Tiger Stripes. The coolest of camos. Right next to the Rhodesian one. Everybody loves the Rhodesian ones right now. Look at that. Look at that quality with the Angry Cops logo. Caffeine and hate embroidered on that fantastic design. Beauteous. Absolutely beauteous. Couldn't ask for more. Couldn't ask for more. So go right ahead. Check things out at the angry-cops.com store. Get yourself an Ain't No Snitching Blue Falcon shirt or sticker. And check out the hoodies. I know, it's hot. But it's going to get cold soon. And the hoodies are limited. So I only ordered, I think I only ordered a couple hundred in each. I think I got like 90 in each. So they're going to be gone. I know people like Tiger Stripes. So that's the first one that's going to go. I know it. Everybody loves Tiger Stripes. I've got a couple Tiger Stripes ones. I'm very excited for the old school Woodland BDU. That's when I came in, man. I came in with that, and it looked so good. Marines, Air Force, Navy, everybody wore the old school BDU. So good. So freaking good. All right, weirdos. That's all that I got for today. I'll see you next time.
Play War